Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm Sebastian from techcentury, and Mobile World Congress 2015 in Barcelona is just a few weeks away, so now it's the perfect time to take a look at what the LG G4 might bring to the table. So let's get started after the intro. Now with the G3, LG published one of the best and most popular smartphones in 2014, and of course the company now looks to replicate this success in 2015 with the LG G4. Now it's pretty difficult to talk about the design of this smartphone because we haven't really seen any leaks of prototypes or just hardware of this smartphone yet. But it seems basically a given that LG will try to reduce the bezels even more on the LG G4, and also LG said that they will take a risk with this new device. So maybe we are looking into new materials that don't only look like metal, but maybe it's metal this time. So I'm really excited, even though it's pretty difficult to talk about the design at this point. Now when we move on to the specs, there are a lot more details to talk about. And first off, it seems like there's a surprising step that LG will actually go backwards with the diagonal of the display, so that we won't find a 5.5-inch screen like on the G3, but only a 5.2-inch display. So maybe they figured out that the screen on the G3 was too big. I'm eager to hear what you guys have to say. I didn't own an LG G3, but it certainly felt big in the hand when I looked at it, so maybe it's something that you also get used to. But 5.3 inches should be a good diagonal nonetheless, especially because of the very small bezels that we'll find on these LG flagship devices. Now in terms of resolution, it seems almost a given that we'll have again a 2560 x 1440 resolution, so the same as on the G3. Maybe LG can improve on the panel quality, so maybe an even brighter display or better contrast, but the resolution likely won't change at all, and that's not really a big downside because resolution on the G3 is already great. Now when we talk about the processor, it seems like there will be a Snapdragon 810 8-core processor by Qualcomm, and it basically seems like the Snapdragon 810 will be the processor that will be found in most flagship devices for this year, because it's supposed to be one of the most powerful chips that will be released. And basically the only exception might be the Samsung Galaxy S6, because Samsung might use one of their own Exynos chips. Now when we move on to the camera, it seems like we'll get an upgrade from the 13 megapixel camera on the G3 to either 16 megapixels or even 20.3 megapixels. And you might say, well, 20.3 megapixels sounds pretty familiar. Yes, this is what's found on the Xperia Z smartphones. And the case just is that a lot of these manufacturers like LG, sometimes even Samsung, use chips from Sony in their cameras. So it's quite possible that we get a 20.3 megapixel resolution here on the G4. And of course, we'll also have laser focus. That was one of the main and highlight features on the G3. Now the battery on the G4 might be another highlight if the rumors are true, and the rumors currently say that we'll find a 3500 mAh battery in the G4, and that would be a significant upgrade over the 3000 mAh battery that we find in the G3. So battery life should really not be any issue at all if the rumors are true, and I'm certainly hoping for it, because 3500 mAh seems absolutely amazing. Now, as I mentioned before, LG actually said that they might, or that they likely will, take a risk with the LG G4, and one way of doing this might also be to include a stylus like on the Note 4. Now, it's not really certain if this is actually in the standard version of the LG G4 or if there might be an LG G4 stylus edition with the stylus included. So this is something that we have to take with a grain of salt, but if the G4 also features a stylus with matching apps, that would also be pretty sweet. Now in terms of announcement or release date, it doesn't seem like the LG G4 will be announced at Mobile World Congress. We might see other devices like the Galaxy S6 or also the HTC One M9, but we likely won't see the G4, and it seems like it will be released around the same time frame as last year, so that would be June. And this will also wrap up my video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the G4 and also of course of my video. I had a lot of fun. I hope that you guys did as well. Again, make sure to subscribe that you don't miss future videos, and also make sure to like my Facebook fan page, facebook.com/techcentury. Follow me on Twitter @techcentury, and I'm hopefully seeing you again in the next video.